Hey, I'm Heredin, and this is my Grand Exchange UIM series. The rules are, I'm a UIM, but I can use the Grand Exchange. With these rules, I've created a completely unique series, exploring RuneScape from the beginning to the end game. This is GEUIM. Okay, I didn't get there last time because I got distracted by the Warriors Guild, but in this episode, I'm gonna knock off the Chaos Fanatic off the list, and I'm realizing now there are a lot of wilderness bosses on this list, so this might take quite a while. And if I want to do them efficiently at all, I should have some higher stats than 60s. So that's something I'll be thinking about in the future. If you're new here, I'm focusing on wilderness content because I am not an official UIM, which means I don't have the death bank mechanics. So if I want to do wilderness content, I better get it done early. Okay, I got 65 attack and I got some defense levels too. So it's time to alch my melee gear that's worth alching and switch over to range because I'm going to Scurrius. First kill and I got nothing. Okay, there we go. Perfect Scurrius. That's the only thing, well, one of the only things I have to worry about here because in order to do all the combat achievements, you need to get a spine, which means I'm going to be stuck here for an indefinite amount of time. So hopefully not too long. Actually, this is pretty good XP, so maybe I'll stay here a bit longer, even after the spine. Okay, I wasn't recording, but that was a little scary. I clicked on a rat that was under me and I got pathed under fur that was falling, or bricks, or whatever that stuff is. So I got hit low. And if I die there, I basically have no plan to get my stuff back. Actually, I put money in Nightmare Zone, so I could probably pay the graveyard fee. Yeah, I would have been fine. Okay, there's 10 kills, but I don't have the spine, so I'm gonna have to stay here for it. Not a big deal because I'd have to train a bunch of melees and range later, so this is fine, as long as I don't go too dry. Oh, I got the cheese drop. Same drop rate as the Scurrius spine. I'm at 42 kills, so I'm a little dry. It's 1 out of 33, but I'm going to keep going. Okay, I looked at the wiki again between a kill. The cheese I got was 1 in 100, not 1 in 33. So it's significantly rarer than the spine. That sucks. Okay, let me pause my music. And we have a medium casket. I didn't have to do one quest, completely painless. Let's see what I get. Oh, that clog baited me. Firelighters, damn. Damn. Okay, if I don't get at this kill, I'm twice dry. Yeah, 2 times dry. But the ranged XP is pretty good. It's actually, for me, it's not super good to have extra range XP here, because I can just AFK while playing other games anyway, which, knowing me, that's just how I play this game. So the melee XP isn't the biggest bonus. I am making a bit of money here, but compared to Relica Agility, that's about 4 or 5 times better for money, given all the supplies I have to spend, because these rune arrows and the prayer pots actually stack up a lot, even though I'm one-tick flicking for pretty much all of them. Oh, I got cheesed again. God damn it. Oh, I clicked the clue too fast, but I got a stole. Honestly, from this medium clue, honestly, that might be an upgrade. Because Scurrius just takes your... Oh, I can't even wear it. I don't have 60 prayer. Okay, it's going straight to the GE then. Okay, 100 KC. Now 3 times dry. But I got a medium clue, so it's okay. And it's a quest I've already done. Hell yeah. Alright, almost 1 million coins from the Scurrius loot. If you're wondering about my opinion of Scurrius, it's okay. Still nothing special for bossing. Definitely a low-level boss. But anyway, medium casket. Damn. So, to do Scurrius with ranged and to make any money, I have to constantly pray flick melee and range, and then switch between pray mage and range. So I've made the decision I won't be prayer flicking at this boss. It's much easier on my brain to just kill the boss with prayer up and let it drain to 0. That should be fine. So between trips, I've been going to the GE, getting my Addy arrows out, and with a minigame teleport, which means I don't have to hold anything in my inventory for this teleport, I can go straight to crabs and take a break. Honestly, I would have given up. I would have just gone and done something else. I would have done something else if I couldn't do this. Because Scurrius is It's almost Inferno level intensity, and the loot you get barely makes up for the prayer pots you use, so that's not necessarily true for one-tick flicking, but letting your prayer drain, yeah, you lose a lot of money here. Yeah, not my favorite boss. Oh my god, 110 kill count. I finally got it. So I really only have to do one more kill after this and I'll be at a cool 111. I almost teleported without picking that up. That would have been horrible. Oh my god. Oh my god, I can't even make the mace. Well, time for some quests. Before we do the quest, I got a quick beginner clue while waiting for my minigame teleport to go to 0. And there's a hockey game on soon, so I will do this and then AFK. Terrible. It's pretty convenient that my clips have timestamps on them as the name that is given as the default. So I actually checked which hockey game it was and we actually won. I was going to come back and say, that's terrible, we lost. Why do I even say that I went to go watch a hockey game? But no, we actually won a game. Okay, very easy. That's one quest. I need one more and then we're going back to the rat. Okay, there we go. There's the second quest and I should have 36. That's good enough. I have everything on me so I can go straight to the anvil. Okay, there we go. It took one more try than I wished, but that's all Scurrius CA's done. Now, this bone mace took me so long to get. You can't use alchemy on that item, so that's how it is. I see. Okay, so if I use the mace on this guy, can I still get a lamp? Nothing interesting happens. That is actually really unfortunate. Well, I'm going into the wilderness next, so it looks like this, along with my defender, are just going to stay on me. And if I don't get killed, that's cool. But if I do, which I probably will at this boss, yeah, that's bye-bye to the mace and the Addy defender. Okay, so these Elder Druid Chaos Robes, I'm going to sell them all. They've been clogging up my GE for a while now, and I probably should have sold them a lot earlier. Because now I need to store all, well actually I'm willing to lose all this stuff, but I need to store, actually everything else I have I could have just sold. And I can easily store the coins in the GE. Huh. This is happening a lot where I hit record and then I realize whatever I was doing before was not a good idea. And of course, the demon feet, most valuable item I have, will be stored in the POH. So it looks like I'm risking about 100k. I don't need that many lives to do this. I'm going to kill the Chaos Fanatic. Honestly, I'm probably going to get killed a lot because, let me just go to the map here. The Chaos Fanatic is right here, right next to KBD, which people PK at, and absolutely the Chaos Altar up here, where people PK at. Sometimes when they go here, they check, then they run over to the Chaos Fanatic, they check there, and then they hop, so I'm going to see a lot of PKers. Okay, I'm going to be a little risky here and restore my prayer at the altar. For those who don't know, how you do the wilderness content when you don't want to die is you hover over your logout button, and then everything else you want to do in the game is done in between moving your mouse to and from the logout button. Or I guess from and to. But anyway, that's how I try to survive the wilderness, and I still get killed a lot, so we'll see how this goes. Okay, that is 10 kills in the wilderness without drinking anything that restores prayer. So all I have left are KC. So I'm at 14. All I need is 25, and then I'm done. Okay, I actually made it out with some money. It looks like I made maybe 100k in loot, and I didn't get killed, which is pretty good for me. Okay, that's the last kill. I can't believe I got 5 split bark bodies. What are the odds of that? Actually, I can check that right now. Okay, according to the wiki, they're about 1 in 25, and in 25 kills, I got 5. So that is pretty good. And actually, I'm honestly really shocked that I didn't even see one PKer. I didn't get attacked. I didn't get killed. So, wilderness early is paying off for me. Alright, so the wilderness medium diary being required for 3 of the bosses that I need to kill, that has been quite a hiccup. So I'm going to be doing Slayer and Melee in the next video. And to start out, I think I'm going to get some range levels and get a fire cape. Okay, instead of AFKing range all at once between episodes, I am going to break up the AFKing with Birdhouse runs, which I probably should have gotten a head start on earlier. So my method is basically going to be have 2 Birdhouse runs worth of items in my inventory. Then every second Birdhouse run, I go to the GE and I'll note the nests so I can sell them all at once and get a big payout. And in between Birdhouse runs, I'll be here shooting crabs. So that's basically the plan. So first things first, bon voyage. Oh, and I forgot to say, I also sold the Berserker ring, so I'm up to 5 mil, which is really going to help me for the fire cape. Okay, there we go. Birdhouse runs unlocked. Now I gotta make the bank. Okay, I added this teleport to the dig site amulet, and in case you didn't know, you can actually take this teleport off of the amulet. I think it's the only thing in the game that you can do that with. There's the mushroom system unlocked, at least every single one that isn't a misclick, but maybe I'll do Sulaseb later. I don't know, I'm the only one who likes that content. Alright, this is a little underwhelming compared to what I've done before, but this is the Amelice from the break. 772k. Honestly, not bad. Okay, if you know a lot about how defenders work, this next clip is going to be painful. If you're following what I'm doing, if you're learning stuff from this series, do not do what I'm about to do, because this was a huge mistake. Also, this defender, it's time for him to go. And same with the bone mace, because I will not be doing Scurrius or using melee for a while, and I was going to drop the Addy Defender anyway, so it's no big deal. Okay, I forgot this existed, but the tree patch here, I can plant teaks, which would literally, if all of them survive, double my farming XP in one quick run. So, yeah, that's insane. Alright, it's time to take a little break to do the Halloween event. I don't know when I'm going to be releasing this, but whenever that is, yes, I am that far behind. This will get me the best looking house in the game. Hell yeah. This event is good because you can sell this stuff on the GE, and I'm pretty sure that wouldn't violate my rules because a UIM would get this stuff, and I can use the GE, so it seems to check out. Okay, so before I redecorate, I am going to go with Fancy Stone here in Varrock, and then I'm going to click Basic Wood to get rid of that redecoration, then Fancy Stone, and I got both tasks. Now, I can finally redecorate to the mansion. So let's see this. Doesn't that just look so much better? Oh man, by far the best house. The only one I really like, honestly. Okay, sticking with the Halloween theme, I'm doing His Faithful Servant, which is basically one Barrows run where you kill all the brothers. And I should be hitting 33s on these guys with this Smoke Battle Staff because it gives 10% magic damage to any spell in the normal spellbook. So I'll be using Wind Wave. Usually here it would be 30, so it should be 33 now with the staff. So it's pretty overpowered, way better than Ivan's Blast. Hey, I'm getting some free CAs too, hell yeah. I find the best way to do CAs, honestly, out of all the methods I've tried, is just to do the content whatever way, whatever YouTube guide you looked up says to do it, and just happen to get them along the way. Because I just got one, what defense? I'm not exactly sure what that is, but this saves me from having to look up what that is and read more. Okay, first chest I'm going to do for a while because I refuse to do this content without the medium combat achievement diaries done because it just makes things way easier to not have to lose prayer. So let's see what we get. And we got the thing. Cool. No items though. Okay, starting at 56 prayer, we get up to 57. I thought it was going to be... Okay, so this Mystic Smokestaff, it's actually gone up, I think, more than 2 times what I bought it for, so I'm going to put it in for that much and see if it sells, because that is a steal. While I wait for that staff to sell, I'll call this an episode. I know I'm saying this in the future, so yeah, that staff absolutely will tank, so selling it was a good idea. Anyway, that's the end of the episode. Thank you for watching. We finally killed the Chaos Fanatic, and we're done with him. So next episode, more early game stuff in preparation for the Wilderness. Thanks for watching.